Just a small addiction. This is like my number one go-to. Hi everyone and welcome back to another week. I'm actually starting a bit later today because I've been out on a run, actually my longest run of marathon training, and I can't believe that the marathon is less than a month away, which means that I'll be in Sevilla eating some good food and some sun hopefully, but it's also gonna be the time to run the marathon. I felt so good this morning and so much better than my first marathon, which is good news. Not trying to go too fast, just on pace for the marathon. And I also got showered and ready because I didn't want to get too cold. And for this video, I actually want to do a what I spent on a weekend, because I know that some of you don't live in Copenhagen but might think of coming here, and it is quite of an expensive city, so I want to show you a bit of how much I spent. And this morning I had breakfast at Original Coffee and I have the receipt with me, so let me first go get it. For breakfast I had a cappuccino with oat milk and a BMO, which is a bun with butter and cheese, which is so popular in Copenhagen and I'm a bit obsessed, and just a small addiction here. But that cost me 84 Danish crowns. I'm gonna put how much it is in euros in the screen so that you can have an idea. And yeah, not the cheapest, but it was so yum. And now I have my friend Julia here with me. Actually, she's hiding, but we thought that we would make lunch together at my house, but we have to go buy the ingredients first. So we're gonna go to the grocery store and see what we find. We're on the way to the grocery store. Olje de oliva, chili flakes. Let's do it. I'm just carrying this stuff. Julia's in charge of getting the ingredients because I don't know what we're making. Well, I have an idea, but not quite exactly. We just left the store and we're on the way home. We spent 209 kroners. We got a bunch of stuff and I'm going to show you what we got. Chips, because I'm very hungry. Rice, ginger, garlic, how do you say call this? Scallions. Oil, vinegar, because I don't have any. I love vinegar. I just eat at lunch. I eat at work. Chili flakes, aubergine. I hate that it's wrapped in plastic, but there's like so many of like the veggies here in there. Alcohol-free beer for Julia, and I got some beer. I wanted to try this one. The packaging won me. And this one as well. And then cornstarch. And that's about it. That was 209 kroners. Now we're gonna get to cooking. I don't think you're gonna be able to see much, but we finished lunch. It was so good, and now we are at a like beer spot, and we're gonna get some beers. Let's see how much they are. Good morning, guys. It's currently 6:25 a.m. on a Sunday. I know it's super early. I had my alarm actually at 6:40, but for some reason I was just up. I was a bit warm and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I just thought I would just wake up and go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym on a Sunday in forever. And before I get into that topic, I didn't tell you how much I spent yesterday at the beer place, and I actually wanted to show you a little hack here if you are trying to save money. So we ended up getting 2 beers. Each was 75 crowns. But my friend had a voucher from Tipster, and those tickets come out at certain times that they announce on their Instagram, and then you are able to discover new restaurants and bar around the city, and it is one like campaign per week, I believe. So we ended up getting a beer for free. And for dinner, I was so tired when I got home. It just hit me, all the tiredness from the run and everything else that I did, that I just warmed up some leftovers that we made for lunch. So I didn't spend any additional money there. I just made it to the gym, and before I go work out, I wanted to tell you a bit more about how much I pay. And I don't have classes included because I usually do free weights and just my own things, and I can go any time of the day. I believe my gym is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. and I pay 409 crowns a month, which I don't know, let me know your thoughts. Is it a lot? Is it not a lot? It is a bit more than other gyms in Denmark, especially if you're a student. They have so many good deals, but I'm not a student, so I have to pay full price. I've been to the gym for about an hour, and before I go home I have to stop to the grocery store to buy some milk and maybe some yogurt to eat something before brunch. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna go to Lidl because there's one close by and it's also cheaper. Change of plans because it's 10:15 and it is too close to brunch time, so I didn't eat or make anything. Well, yeah, I ate some cashews and I made a coffee that I didn't even finish because I completely, you can't see it, but I completely forgot that I was drinking it. I was hanging my clothes, got ready, didn't really know what to wear. Looks like I'm going to a funeral, but I'm not. I'm just wearing these black vest and then my long sleeve from Aranola. And I wanted to quickly show you some of like my favorite hair perfumes and just hair care overall. Starting with the Gisou hair perfume. I really like this one and I've had it for about 2 to 3 years now, and I recently got a new bottle when I was in Spain, so I was very excited about this one. I think it retails for like 70 euros, but I got it at 43 because there was a sale going on. Then I also have this Silk hair volumizer. I have like no volume at all, like you can see, so I really like to part my hair like so, and I just go like this, and it gives it a bit of volume, as you can see. So I really like this thing. And lastly, my go-to perfume at the moment, I still keep it in the box. It's the Hazy Vanille by Raw Alchemy. This is like my number one go-to, and it is their newest perfume, but they also have Black and Santal, which I love, and Room 64 I believe it's called. And the amount of compliments that I get on this thing is insane. So if you want to smell good, get on these, girls. I'm telling you, this is it. But enough of that. I'm gonna finish editing. Actually, I have about like 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna bike to the spot and meet the girls for some food. On the weekends, I really have this dilemma, which is whether I should take the bike or just take the metro, because I tend to be a bit more lazy on the weekends and just reward myself, because I don't always feel like biking. It is doing exercise at the end, but at the same time it is quite expensive. It's like 24 crowns per ticket, which is almost like 3 euros. It's a lot. So if I take the bike, I can save that money and spend it on a good coffee or just a drink. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get my gloves, and I'm wearing this purse, which is from Aritzia. I got it when I was in the US and I really like it. And my big jacket, and we'll be ready to go. I'll see you in a bit. We just made it to Bang & Jensen, and I ordered a cappuccino and also a croque monsieur. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but the croque monsieur was 110 Danish crowns, and the cappuccino with oat milk. Did you order it with oat milk? Hopefully yes, but yeah, whatever. It was 37 crowns, and Julie's gonna also say what she got.
I got an egg with rye bread for 37 krona.
37.
Yeah. And also an oat cappuccino.
37. It's also worth saying that this place is quite affordable, right?
It is.
Yeah, because usually, yeah, it's very cozy. Usually, like, a coffee costs more than 40 crowns. It's rare that it's less than 40 crowns. And it's also very good, and portions are big, which we're gonna show you in a little second. To be completely honest, it is the next weekend. I completely forgot to finish the video. I got so tired that I just didn't pick up my camera nor record the last bits. But I made some dinner now. Just some chickpeas, some cottage cheese, tomatoes, arugula, and then some like fake vegan meat, I guess. But for the last part of the video, I wanted to give you like some tips to save some money. And before we jump into that, I actually did buy some new shoes. I am in love. Really like the brown. I really think that suits my hair, my basic style, and also Copenhagen in general. So these ones are gonna be very nice for the rest of winter. And as per the tips, I actually wrote down just a few here so that I don't forget. The first one is Tipster that we already went through because I used it on the video, but it is a great way to get deals, but you do have to check their Instagram for when those go live. Then Too Good To Go that I also use. It is a great app because at the end of the day, bakeries and grocery stores are gonna place like a goodie bag basically that you decide to purchase, and it's gonna be just a random assortment of veggies or either be pastries or bread for a much cheaper price, and you just get to choose where to buy from. Then there's also Early Bird, which is an app. I've personally never used it, but I've been wanting to use it because it's a great way to eat at restaurants for cheaper, since restaurants will have their deals and you just choose to go to those. And I know there's like pretty good ones, and it's cheap and you can also try new stuff, which is a win-win. Then more like general ones is to basically bike everywhere. Like you saw in the video, when I don't bike, I take the metro, so I'm spending money that I could save by biking. So I personally try to bike everywhere. I'm not annoyed by the rain or the cold. Unless it is pouring, then I'll take the metro, or I wanna treat myself a little bit. Also, of course, be mindful about what you spend your money on. For me, it is not a priority to spend it on physical items, although it is great, and I actually am trying to buy a few more bits because I never spend money, and you also have to give yourself a treat. However, I do really like to spend money on food, and as you saw in this video, I spent the majority of the money was for brunches, coffees, and all of that. So just make a list with things that you want to spend your money on, and then budget if that's what's gonna help you. I personally don't budget. I'm pretty conscious with how I spend my money, and I give it so much thought before I spend it on something physical. Not when I go out on restaurants, but if it's a piece of clothing like the shoes that I got, I really have to think about it. I think that's also why I never end up buying things, because I think about it way too much. And also with the gym, I know that there's cheaper ones than the one that I go to, but I removed the classes so that it is cheaper because I know that I'm not gonna use them. So I'll just pay for what I know that I'll get use out of. I'm pretty sure I missed some tips, so if you have any tip that you use and find helpful, feel free to drop it in the comments so that everyone can read about it and we can all learn and benefit from it. And for the last part of the video, I guess you want to know how much did I spend, and this is the total amount. I have to add it up, so I don't know how much it is, but I know that once I edit this, I'm gonna see it. There's weekends and weekends as well. I took you along on one that it was pretty hectic, where I knew that I was gonna buy stuff, and I just hope that you learned something, and I'll see you next week. Bye!